up, lovely people? We are live on YouTube, and we are so thrilled that you are here with us today. Welcome to Homemade, the largest live cooking community, I think, in the world. Let's just go with the world. I'm Joel Gammon. I'm the head chef of Homemade. Today, we are going to rock out something that you can wake up to, something you can go to bed with. In fact, I would definitely use this instead of a teddy bear. I would curl up next to this thing. We are making a peach and pistachio Danish. And obviously, what's going to make this or break this is the peaches. It is all about the peaches. So we set out to find the best peaches in the country. Turns out the best peaches in the country can set out to find you. So we teamed up with this company called the Peach Truck. I got to show you guys this. This is insanity. Look at this. This is called the Peach Truck, all right? This is a box of perfectly picked, curated peaches, all southern grown, happening right now. This is a seasonal deal. You can only get them in the summer, right? They pick them. Watch this. Richard, can we go to a top down as I kind of open this up because you guys got to see this. You bring them to your house. Look how beautiful. Like they just treat them like little jewelry and gems. I mean, come on. Individually wrapped. They're not the type of peaches where, oh, you touch them, they're just like a little bit too firm or they're way too soft. No, these are prime, perfect to the touch. When you bite into one of these, it destroys peaches for you for life because this is the gold standard. So we're going to be using this to make our peach Danish, but the reality is these peaches are best just eaten, and they're incredible. So we're really excited to dive into this. I think it is such a rad business. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we get some peaches, but nothing like they do down south. And to be able to have these just shipped to us has been so cool, really cool to give as a gift. Like what can you bring to someone, or if you're going to a barbecue, get them a little Peach Truck subscription. It's really cool. But we want to kind of dive into them, and we want to cook with them the best we can. And so today we are going to show you this Danish. What makes this special is it's totally interactive, so you can talk to me live. We've got Mary, our producer, in the chat. Mary, what's up?
What's up? Happy peach season, everybody. People in the chat are excited. I don't know if you can tell through Joel's sort of delighted giggles. We're really excited to have these shipped to us, to our
when
studio.
These showed up at the studio, I think we all lost our mind. I think we all like hovered around it. We're like, how good can these be? And then we sat there because you can't stand to eat them because you need to sit.
It's very true. It's true.
And it was an experience. And I think, you brought up something good, Mary, which I want to talk about, which is like, as a chef, even if I'm on a road trip, I'm not above it. I'll go to fast food. But like if I'm in the winter, and let's say I'm going to like a sandwich shop, fast food sandwich shop, I'm not going to ask for tomatoes. I know that's weird. In the summer, I'll ask for tomatoes. I will eat seasonally no matter where I am because I want to taste things at their peak. Once you have something there, it's hard to go to it, I don't know, and it's obviously so much better for the planet. So peaches are something that I don't eat year-round. I wait for the summer because they're so delicious, and if you're going to have one, have the best one. It's like, to me, eating seasonally, Mary, I don't know if you feel like this, it's like seeing an old buddy. It's like, oh yeah, Peach is so good to see
Remember
you.
Remember him?
Remember him?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. And then, you let go of it, and it takes 9 months, and you get to see them again. And that makes it kind of inspiring to cook with. I don't know. I love it.
It's exciting, to have something be in demand like these guys. So let's get started here.
Yes. All right. So first and foremost, we're going to take a peach. These are freestone peaches. So what that means is when I cut this open, and you can see my knife you don't even have to get any pressure on it. I just kind of roll the peach around my knife, open it up, and these are the type of peaches where you can kind of just get in there and the actual seed itself just kind of releases, right? Doesn't squish it, perfectly ripe every single time. So if you know me, I'm not throwing away these peach pits. I'm putting them in a little saucepan. Yeah. I don't know if that just blew your mind, but peach pits have kind of a almondy vibe to it. So when you cook them and you infuse them in things, it gives it this kind of toasty nuttiness. So I'm going to do 4 of these here. I got 4 peach pits. Again, when I cut the peach, I kind of roll it around the knife versus the knife around the peach. And you can see as I kind of open up these peach truck peaches, they're not breaking, they're not splitting, they're not too soft. They're just like not only at their peak, but at their moment, which I love. I'm obsessed with peaches, and I absolutely do not limit it to things like sweet. Whenever you see a tomato, replace it with a peach. Have you ever had a peach caprese? Can we talk about that?
It's the only thing that I do in the summer. I'm like, peach, no problem. Burrata, no problem. That's my lunch, no problem.
That's it. Little olive oil. Call it a day. Everyone's thrilled. I love it. All right, so I just want to show you guys what this looks like. Richard, can we kind of, yep, those are peach pits in a saucepan. I mean, this is kind of mind-blowing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add sugar, and I'm going to go water, equal parts. Okay, you don't even really have to measure that. So just, when I mean equal parts, go grab a mug, fill it with sugar, pour it into the pot. Go grab the same mug, fill it with water, pour it in the pot. It doesn't have to be like a cup or anything. This is a simple syrup. So once this melts, those peach pits infuse their almondy, kind of toasty nuttiness into that. So good to sweeten your coffee with in the morning. Incredible with tea, I found. So good with cocktails. Can we talk about a peach margarita for a second? Like, can we?
We may if you need to again.
If we need to again. Anyways, this is really simple. We do like to hint it with just a little bit of lemon zest. I'm just going to do like the easiest little drop of that. So let's just recap where we're at. We took 4 of our peach truck peaches. We de-seeded them. We added the seeds into a saucepan, about a cup of sugar, a cup of water, a little bit of lemon zest, and we're now just bringing that to a boil. Okay? Really simple. Really, really simple. While that's happening, I've got these peaches. We probably don't need to slice all of them. I do want to taste one.
Just let him have his moment, everybody.
I mean, you watch me eat.
Yeah, that's why we're all here. No, folks in the chat, Joel, are saying so many amazing things about peaches, but it's hard to get them up in New York.
Go try and find the perfect peach wherever you live, unless you're in the South. And even if you're in the South, believe it or not, this peach truck will drive to you. They have pickup spots.
Yes, they totally have pickup spots.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the link to the peach truck in the chat here, and you guys can check out their gorgeous little website. But yeah, they're like, any way that you need to get these peaches, we'll get them to you,
Yes,
which I love. They're passionate. I love it.
I love it too. So I'm just taking these peaches and I'm just kind of slicing them, right? I'm kind of holding it up and then just slicing them thin. All right, these are going to kind of layer onto our Danish itself. I've never really been a big like Danish morning guy. I don't know about you, Mary, or everyone else in the chat, but like then I moved to Italy. I went to cooking school in Italy. And I also don't drink coffee, but when I was there, I was like, what's breakfast like here? And it was just a pastry, a coffee. That's it. And I kind of got on board with that, and it just works so well. And it's so good for on the go. It just kind of brightens your day. A simple little Danish. It's amazing how much, I don't know, that just can make your morning amazing. I love it. You guys can see our simple syrup is starting to boil, so I'm just kind of mixing it around. You know this is done when you can't see the sugar anymore, when it kind of dissolves. So you can see it's still a little cloudy, so we're probably about like 30 seconds away, and that'll be ready. Cool. So I've got some peaches here. I'm going to slice up one more just so we have it. Plus, it's very gratifying. We do want to know in the chat your favorite peach recipes. What are you geeking out over right now?
We like to take notes and then iterate and then show you guys how much we like your recipes.
Yes.
People are just cracking me up in here. I'm asking if anyone has other baked goods that they enjoy besides a Danish.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I can be averse to cream cheese, and then of course the only time I like a cream cheese is when it is in a Danish. So it all makes sense.
I love it. I love it. All right. By the way, I'm going to keep calling this out, but if you're interested in working with a peach truck, having them delivered to you, to your friends, whatever, you do get 10% off. Use the code HOMEMADE, and we'll put the link in the chat of where you need to go. But if you use our code homemade, again, 10% off your order. Really cool. One thing I didn't mention, we're live, ovens at 425. Cool? Easy peasy.
So cool. I'd like to tell you a couple of recipes that people need.
Yes, what are people saying?
Peach snickerdoodle cobbler. Are you going to be okay after I said that?
That just changed my life. Well, that sounds incredible. What else?
Just grilled peaches over vanilla ice cream, even just a fresh peach. But grilled is so exciting. It really adds like an extra decadence to it. And Roberta said that she simply won't tell. And that's okay, Roberta. She simply
won't tell us?
That is your prerogative.
Roberta,
I'm excited for your peaches.
We love you for your secrets, but we will find out. We will find out. All right. I've got some cream cheese here, good old-fashioned cream cheese. This is going into a food processor. All right. This is really beautiful peaches, almond extract. And when I mean a little bit right now, I mean, can we get close in here, Richard? I don't know if you guys can see. It's going to be like a drop. That's it. It's just so little goes so far. Then I've got an egg. Best way to separate an egg, we just want the yolk, is to crack it into a bowl. And I always crack on a flat surface so the yolk stays nice and together. And then I use the shell itself to lift out the yolk like this, leaving the whites behind. And then that yolk goes right into our beautiful mixture. Keep those egg whites around. You know the deal. And then I've got some powdered sugar. We use powdered sugar because it dissolves really quickly into the cream cheese. You could totally use honey, maple syrup. All those would be great. All right, blitz this up. And you're basically making like whipped cream cheese. And I can smell the almond. Oh, it smells outrageous. By the way, I don't know if I've ever said this or professed this. I am a cream cheese monster. Like if we don't have gallons of cream cheese in my kitchen, it's a problem. And I've definitely passed this on to my kids. I just grew up with cream cheese bagels, cream cheese on challah, cream cheese on everything. And I know some people don't dig it, but I love it. Are you a cream cheese fan?
When it's savory, absolutely. This is literally the only way I will eat sweetened cream cheese is in a Danish.
Really?
Uh-huh. I don't like it on frosting. I'm like, stay in your lane. You're amazing on a bagel. I ask for extra schmear. I'm not a monster.
You're allowed to have your places, yes.
I just need to tell you, as the chat is coming in, peach butter for the winter.
Whoa.
Let's stock all the way up.
Whoa. That sounds delicious. I mean, this is the moment, guys. This is the moment.
Matcha tea with peach puree and cream. Get into it.
100%. And I'll say,
nice, Mira.
To me, I don't know. If you think about summer fruits, and if there was one summer fruit, I think peaches. I don't. Is that
okay? Plum's a close second.
What is
plum? I don't know. I love a stone fruit.
Plum is not a close second.
For me, it is.
In the top 10.
But
not
peach,
even in the top 10. Love it. All right. So just to kind of tell us where we're at here. Oh my gosh! Can I just hold that up? Get a top-down shot so everyone can see. The texture of this is very creamy. You can see it is kind of frosting-like, right? When you eat it, it's smooth. It's just, again, it's frosting. It really is what it is. The almond is really subtle, and it's perfect. It's great. So, at this point, our Peach Pit simple syrup is ready to go. Why we're making this simple syrup, didn't even explain to you why. This is why. At the end, after you bake these Danishes, we're going to brush them with that almondy, kind of peachy simple syrup. It gives it a really beautiful shine, unbelievable kind of sweet finish. So this is done. And again, you can strain that for so many different things. We sliced up all these peaches. I can't stop snacking them. I just can't. I don't care what you bake, what kind of salad you make, what cake you've got going on. I don't care. This is it. 10 out of 10, these peaches.
I did have...
They are perfect.
I'm saying this because I'm noticing some... Alberta in the chat said peach salsa. I did have a peach and kiwi salsa while camping this weekend, and it was unreal.
That's like bougie camping.
I know. We sort of take... I take food kind of seriously on these camping trips. Yeah. And guess what? It was with a fresh peach that I like picked out from the market, and I was really proud of it.
I
It wasn't a
love
peach
that.
truck peach, but pretty good.
Yeah, this is where, again, people are like, I don't know where to kind of incorporate peaches. Again, you see a tomato, you see a peach. You see a stone fruit like an apricot, you see a peach. You see a berry, you see a peach. In summer, if you don't really know what flavors go together, you have to think about what flavors grow together. If they grow in the summer, they go together. So if they grow together, they go together. So peach and strawberries, killer. Peach and watermelon, amazing. Peach and tomatoes, so good, right? It's when you start getting into the winter stuff where you're like, that gets a little funky. All right. Then we made this beautiful little filling. So at this point, it's time to kind of shape the Danish. You can make your own puff pastry. Our company and our whole platform is called Homemade. And we really want you guys to make as much as you want from scratch. We just believe in that. When it comes to puff pastry, I would buy it. I'd go pre-bought. There's very few things in the world that I think you should buy. Buying good puff pastry is so important because making really good puff pastry is very hard. And I know a lot of you guys can do it, but it's hard. So when you go to the grocery store, it comes in like a little kind of like box, and it always comes folded like this. And when I look on the box, I look for the words butter, and that's it. Like, it should say butter on there and very few other ingredients that you cannot pronounce. So a lot of them have canola oil, and to me, it doesn't bring the flavor. It doesn't bring that crispness, that gorgeous kind of finish that butter gives you. So this is a butter puff pastry. Again, you can find it in the freezer section. And when you get home, you kind of just unfold it, and it kind of comes in these perfect little columns here. And what we like to do with this recipe is just kind of roll it out a little bit. So take your rolling pin and just kind of lightly roll it. Whenever I have a rolling pin, now that I have kids, they come running to the kitchen. That's like the thing. They're like, yes, I want to get involved. It's like a pizza or a pie. They just get so stoked about it. So these are the moments where if you've got little ones running around or grandchildren, make this with them. It's so fun. All right, this looks great. And, one thing about Homemade and our philosophy here is please don't make it perfect. We hate perfect.
Please don't.
Please don't. Because perfect looks like you store-bought it. You didn't make it at home. And so if the curves are there and it's not a perfect square and whatever, that is totally fine. All right, at this point, I'm going to brush off a little bit of the extra flour just so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. But I am kind of every once in a while checking and making sure that this isn't sticking, right? I'm kind of lifting it, moving it side to side, because this can stick. And I'm going to cut this into 6. So I'm going to kind of follow the lines that it came with. And I'm going to start here, and I'm going to cut really confidently down. Just kind of follow these lines. All right? And then I'm going to cut it widthwise. Simple as that. And again, I just don't want you sitting there for hours being like, oh, why does this one look so weird and this one looks so crazy? This one looks like the state of Nevada. I don't care. They just got to be like your vibe. Don't sit there and stress about it. They're going to come out and they're going to look so sexy, so beautiful. You're just going to want to dive into them. And I don't want to dive into things that just all look the same to me. I want to call it again because this is so special. Use the 10% off coupon code. Absolutely. We're putting it in the chat. Homemade peach truck. Okay. It's boom right there. Again, if you don't live in the South, it can deliver it right to your doorstep. If you do live in the South, it can deliver it to your doorstep, or you can go to one of their many pickup locations or drop-off locations. So they are awesome. It is a modern-day peach truck. I'm obsessed with this idea. All right. So now it's going to get a little crazy. Let's see. Let's make sure that we can get Richard a great view here. Richard, does that help you or hurt you? That's good for right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to score the top. Now what I mean by this is don't go all the way through the puff pastry. Just go a little bit through. And I like to kind of hold it like a pencil and kind of just make kind of a rectangle. Okay, notice I'm leaving a little bit of a border. So I'm just making a nice scored rectangle into my puff pastry. It's really simple. Again, definitely a 4-year-old or 5-year-old could do this. I love this.
So, Joel, you have a kid that's a little older and a kid that's a little younger. I'd say
Yeah.
one kid that's a little taller, one kid that's a little smaller.
Yes.
If smaller kid can't see what you're doing on the counter,
Yeah.
is this something that you'd like lift him up for and be
Yeah,
like, this is
they
what we're
both have
doing?
kitchen stools.
Oh, of course they
Yeah,
do.
but these are like not a single stool. These are like ladders.
Of course.
Yes.
I love when they get
Isn't that
involved.
cute?
So
it's like
cute.
a kitchen ladder. This looks great. You guys, before kids, my wife and I traveled to Paris, and of course, I went on just a pastry eating binge, and it was crazy. And let's just say it was a very hard morning on the train. I'll leave it at that.
Copy
After
that.
about like the 10th bakery, because we were like, oh, let's go try and we'll split pastries. After the 10th one, I'm like, I need to pull over, but I'm on the train. So it was a really rough morning for everybody, but we made it through, and it was worth it. So at this point, I'm just going to hold one up so you guys can really see close. Richard, hopefully we can get a nice shot there. And I can also hold it close. Yeah, let's try that. Hopefully you guys can see the scoring of that. Can we go to a top-down, Richard, real quick? There we go. But you guys can really see the scoring there. So at this point, once you score it, I lay them just onto a little sheet tray like this. Make sure they have a little space between them. All right, beautiful. And then, yeah, these all look funky. I love these. Then what you do is you get in there with your spoon, which is now like mascarpone vibes. And I just put a dollop in each one. We're going to go back to that dollop, but just one heaping spoonful of this beautiful kind of almondy, creamy cream cheese mixture. Really simple. All right. I love doing this with you guys here because baking for me is so therapeutic. I love it. And when I get to do group therapy, it's great. I mean, it's just nice to be chatting and this is just those things where it's like, you order the peach truck, it comes in that beautiful box. Go grab a beautiful butter puff pastry, turn on some music, open up the doors, let the fresh air in, and it will just make everything.
Oh my God, like a Nancy
okay.
Meyers movie.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. Okay,
Totally.
do you want to know Roberta's secret recipe? We got it out of her.
Yes.
Garlic bread with gorgonzola peaches broiled.
Oh my God, gorgonzola and peaches
Oh
are
yeah,
really
that's the
great
one.
combo.
Thank you, Roberta.
That's a good one. And guys, I'm just taking our smear here and I'm just kind of helping it just a little bit. Just taking the back of a spoon, just creating like a little nest for each one of our peaches that are about to find a little home here. Again, don't spend too much time to make this right. Just kind of feel it, smear it, have fun with it, make it yours. That looks great. Okay. At this stage, we grab our peaches, our perfect peach truck peaches, and I just kind of go like 3. You can go 4. And I just kind of layer them next to each other like this. Do these not look insane? Richard, should I put this over here? We get a little closer. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on here. But
Oh yeah,
yes.
there they are.
You
That's
just kind
great.
of tuck them into bed. Press. And they're all just hugging each other. And like these plump, gorgeous peaches. They're just making my day.
And
See,
you
this one-
don't need to worry about slicing them too thin. You don't need to worry about making them too chunky.
No.
It's just any size.
Yeah, bite size. These are perfect. Just little slices. And if you got a little extra, you got a little extra. Pop it in your mouth, or add it to one of the others as a little surprise. It's so hard to mess this recipe up. Look at those. I mean, those are crazy. So, at this point, we have scored our puff pastry. We've added our beautiful kind of whipped cream cheese, all of our peaches on top. Now we're going to do some fun stuff. So we're going to take an egg, And we're just going to whip it right into a bowl. A little bit of water that just kind of thins out the egg. All right, whip that really good. And this is one of those things in cooking school they tell us. They say, stand here for a minute and actually whip it, because it takes a long time for the whites to mix with the yolk. Otherwise, your pastry is going to look a little bit uneven, browning-wise. So really just whip it good. Looks great. I got a brush, and now you're just going back to art class, baby. Easy as this. Dip your brush. I always kind of get a little bit off of it and just kind of get the outside of each pastry. Okay, you don't want to gloop it on. It's all right if a little bit falls, but the idea is kind of like one even, nice coating just around the edges. And this is going to turn it golden brown, GBD, golden brown and delicious. I love it. This is so relaxing. I've actually been to a peach farm. I don't know if anyone ever has. It smells as good as you think it would smell. It's unbelievable. The actual leaves, I was at one last year, the leaves itself, incredibly fragrant. You can actually make peach leaf ice cream. A lot of teas have peach leaves in them. They're just this magical fruit. All right. And by the way, very hard to grow. If you've ever tried to grow your own peaches. I've tried to grow pretty much my own everything, and almost all of it has failed, but peaches is, you got to know what you're doing.
Don't even ask Joel about his neighbor's rosemary.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So at this point, they've been kind of a little bit of egg washed. I grabbed some, this is Demerara sugar. So you see this at coffee shops all the time. Can we get close to this, Richard? But basically, it's this really, really kind of coarse sugar that's kind of brown, raw. And what's cool about this is it doesn't melt in the actual oven. So it kind of stays chunky and gives you that really beautiful texture. So I'm going to actually do this with my fingers. But I'm just going to go around the outside and go really liberal. A little bit might hit the peaches, and that is great. But just around the outside like this. So simple. I would eat this like this. I mean, this looks so good. Look how pretty these are. I'm going to hold them up so you guys can get a really close look at them. So easy to make. You can kind of get messy, and they'll still just look so elegant. All right, check that out. I mean, crazy.
So, Joel, is there a reason why we're not egg washing, say, the center?
Yeah, the peaches are doing their own thing. You want them to get caramelized. The egg wash might protect them a little bit. We don't want to protect them. We want them to kind of glaze up and get sticky and delicious. So this is going to go in the oven for about 25 minutes, or 15 to 25 minutes. Check them at 15. And what's going to happen is where you score it, that will stay down. But around the edges, they'll kind of puff up. So I want to show you what these look like. So I'm going to move these over, bake these up. And, I mean, if these aren't the cutest little peach Danishes you've ever seen in your life, look at this. I mean,
that happens after how long? About 15 minutes? You got it.
15 minutes. I'm just going to hold one up so you guys can see. I mean, come on. Get out of town. So gorgeous. So you'd think they're done. They're not done, okay? They're not done. So
the peach pits.
Yes, exactly, the peach pits. So a couple things. First thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move these to the side, flip my board, and I'm just going to cut up some pistachios. I mean, listen, it kind of like echoes the nuttiness of the peach pits, but they also look so stunningly beautiful. So these are already toasted. You can use any nut you want, but I do think a little pistachio dust makes this look so stunningly beautiful. So we're just going to crush that up, just rough chop it. Oh, that's great. And just push that to a pile. Oh my gosh, one more. All right, some chunky pistachios. I love it. So then I take these, I'm going to take them off. Oh my gosh. These are so light. They're the perfect size, and they're absolutely stunning. So you kind of line them up like little soldiers. Here's our peach pit syrup. that we just started with, and you just kind of douse each one of these. Mop over that syrup.
And let's talk about where the peach pits would normally go.
Yes, they would normally go
in the garbage or the compost,
Exactly.
and now we get a syrup.
I know. This is all about using food well, being waste-free, being thoughtful. You have so many ingredients in your home that you don't realize are ingredients. They're things that's been going down the disposal for years. So this is really, really special. And it kind of echoes the sustainability that the peach truck really cares about, right? Sustainably sourced, beautiful product. So now I'm going to take a little bit of these pistachios and just kind of right over the top of each one. Someone's humming at me. There we go. And not too much, just like a little sprinkling. It's all about those peaches. I mean, come on. You got to be kidding me. I like the little dusty one. Yes. All right, I'm going to grab a little plate.
I'm like, should we be a patisserie? What are we doing?
Yes, we
so
should.
Good.
I mean, come on. Can I hold those up, Richard? Let's see if we can get them. Shiny, gorgeous, just the perfect little morsel of summer. And it's stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. Again, these peaches need nothing. Let's just be real. As a chef, you need to open them, remove that easy seed, because it is freestone, which means it comes out easy, and just chomp into it. But when you are just overloaded with peaches, because you will be when you subscribe to Peach Truck, you're going to be looking for ways on how to use it. This has got to be like one of the top 5 best ways. I will also say, I want to hear lots of others, but obviously you can can your own peaches, make your own peach jam, jellies. I am obsessed with a peach mustardo, which is basically mixing it with mustard and putting that on sandwiches. Dude, that on a turkey sandwich, the peach mustardo, change your life. Change your life. Peach ice cream. My wife's a big ice cream maker. That would be great. All right, let's try this out, shall we? Let's get real. I'm going to stack this up for the team here.
Make a pile.
Can we just see what that looks like?
Very important.
As cookbook ready, Richard, want to make sure everyone can see. I mean, come on. You bring that to my house, you are invited for life.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
For me, that's all it takes. Might take more for you, but for me, that's all it takes. All right, I got one for me back here. It's going to just want to crunch into them. Show you guys kind of the cross section. Getting really close there, Richard, but I want you guys to see kind of the amount of cream cheese we have to peach. Just that perfect ratio. Here we go.
Are you guys picking up that crunch on his mic? That was very important.
I'm having a moment.
Okay, I'll leave you two alone.
It's perfect. I mean, buttery, light from the pastry. The actual middle, the almond, just hums in the background. It's just this like really soft finish. But what lingers and what just coats your mouth are these peaches, these crazy southern peaches. They make the dish what it is. Like the crust, great. Putting that down. I'm going for the other peach right here. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. This is to die for.
Okay, everyone in the chat heard the crunch. I'm just so excited. That is what a Danish should be.
I can't deal with this. It's sticky, it's dribbly. That with a coffee or some tea out on the porch or with some friends. Maybe at a picnic all day long. You guys have to check out the Peach Truck. You can go try and make this with conventional peaches. Good luck. Like these peaches literally run down your face. They are absolutely curated by the best peach farmers, pickers in America, shipped directly to your door. Do not worry if they're going to be ripe. They're going to be not only ripe, they're going to be the best peach you've ever had in your life. Again, 10% off if you use the code HOMEMADE. You have to check it out. And I think, I'm just calling it out, we always have like friends over, or we go to friends' house. I'm so tired of the wine. bring them a freaking peach truck box. Like, let's be real. They could do this all summer.
If there are summer birthdays, I know graduation season's sort of just wrapping up. I'm like, what's a subscription? Father's Day is almost coming. Almost went.
Cute. You get this?
Yeah, that's pretty
That
nice.
is so cute.
So we're moving we're moving into savory land with our next peach truck class. You want to tell the people?
Yeah. So this is one of 4 peach truck classes we're doing. We've teamed up with them because, again, we want to turn the peach on its head. We want to get you guys inspired. So July 3rd, 11 a.m., we're going to be live right here again on YouTube. Spicy jerk chicken with peach chutney in a peach beer cocktail. If you don't know what you're doing for 4th of July, you just found out. You just found out, okay? We'll meet you here in a couple of days. We want to thank Peach Truck because you guys kick butt. We want to thank all you guys for tuning in and being amazing. Keep the peaches flowing. It's summer, baby. We want to see you in the kitchen. We'll catch you next time on Homemade Live. And remember, when you cook better, you live better.
See you guys.